My mother secretly plucked my toddler's hair for months, even breaking into my apartment to keep doing it, and gaslit everyone into thinking I was crazy. So I gave her a taste of her own medicine. My mother started babysitting my daughter, Lily, when I went back to work after maternity leave. Free childcare from grandma seemed perfect. Lily was 3, just starting to grow her hair long enough for little pigtails. She loved when I braided it before daycare on the days my mother couldn't watch her. But then Lily started coming home from grandma's house with bald patches. First, just a tiny spot behind her ear. My mother said Lily must have pulled it out herself. Kids do that sometimes, she said. Then another patch appeared on top, then another by her temple. I took Lily to the pediatrician thinking maybe she had alopecia or trichotillomania. The doctor found nothing wrong but noticed the patches had a pattern. They were too precise, too deliberate. Someone was plucking her hair out. I confronted my mother immediately. She laughed, said I was being paranoid. But the next week, I dropped by unannounced and caught her with tweezers in her hand, Lily crying on her lap. She was plucking individual hairs from my daughter's hairline. "What are you doing?" I screamed. She didn't even look guilty. "Her hairline is uneven. I'm fixing it." I grabbed Lily and left. Told my mother she couldn't watch her anymore. But my mother had keys to my apartment from when she helped me move in. I'd come home from work and find new bald spots on Lily. My mother denied everything, said I was imagining things, being hysterical, that maybe I was the one pulling Lily's hair for attention. I changed the locks. She convinced the building manager she was locked out while watching her granddaughter and got new keys made. I installed a camera. She covered it with tape and said it must have been Lily playing. I tried talking to my father, but he said my mother would never do something like that. My sister Jade said the same thing until she visited and saw my mother grab Lily's hair and yank 3 strands out because they were growing in the wrong direction. Even with a witness, my mother insisted she was helping. She said Lily's hair would grow back thicker, more even, that she was doing me a favor. I tried keeping Lily away completely, but my mother would show up at the playground, at the grocery store, at Lily's music class. She'd wait until I was distracted and pull out a few more hairs. The teacher at music class said she thought it was a nervous habit my mother had. Other parents started noticing Lily's patchy head and giving me looks like I was a bad parent. I couldn't explain that her grandmother was secretly assaulting her with tweezers. Who would believe that? Everything changed when my mother had minor surgery to remove a cyst. She needed someone to stay with her for a few days while she recovered. My father was out of town for work. Jade lived 3 hours away. Despite everything, I agreed to help because she was still my mother. She was on pain medication, sleeping most of the day. That's when I got my idea. The first night, I waited until she was deep asleep. The medication knocked her out completely. I took out my best tweezers, the really sharp ones I used for my eyebrows. I started with her left eyebrow, plucked out 5 hairs from the arch, then 5 from the right to match. She didn't even stir. The next morning, she looked in the mirror and frowned. "My eyebrows look weird," she said. "Must be the medication making you see things," I replied. That night, I took more. The tail end of both eyebrows, gone. A patch from the middle of the left one. She woke up confused, touching her face. "Something's wrong with my eyebrows," she kept saying. My father called and she complained to him. He said she was being dramatic, probably just tired from the surgery. Night 3, I got creative. I plucked random hairs throughout both eyebrows, leaving them completely uneven. One was half missing, the other had bald spots throughout. She woke up hysterical. "Someone's doing this to me," she cried. "Mom," I said calmly, "that's paranoid. Nobody's touching your eyebrows. Maybe you're pulling them out in your sleep." She went to Jade's house to recover instead. But I'd already talked to Jade, gave her tweezers as a gift, really nice ones. Jade continued the work. My mother's eyebrows got worse and worse. She tried drawing them on, but couldn't get them even. She went to 3 different doctors. They all said the same thing. Sometimes stress causes hair loss. Maybe she had trichotillomania. She started wearing hats pulled down low to cover her missing eyebrows. But at family dinner, at church, at her book club, people noticed. They whispered. They stared. She bought false eyebrows, but they looked ridiculous and kept falling off during conversations. After 2 weeks of this, she called me crying. "I know it's you," she said. "I know you're doing something to my eyebrows." Full story on channel, link below.